Fractured Online is an upcoming sandbox survival MMORPG which will launch into early access on the 15th of September. In this video, I will provide you with all the information you need to know about this game, from the controversial publisher to the estimated pricing, the PvP and PvE system, all the way to the character customization and the gameplay as a whole. Starting off with the developer Dynamite Studios, an Italian developer with currently 15 employees, which started off as a team of 8 people in 2017. At the end of 2021, Dynamite Studios found a publisher, which is Gamigo. Obviously, Gamigo has not the best track record on the gaming market, but since this is not the topic of this video, we will be moving on to the pricing. The pricing model is a combination of a one-time pay-to-play price and an optional subscription model for small boons like access to specific cosmetics, an increase in the obtaining of knowledge points, more on that later, and a discount in the in-game shop, which has solely cosmetics to offer. The information about the VIP subscription hasn't been updated in a while, so it may change with the launch of early access. The pricing of the monthly fee will be around €10 or dollars, while the pay-to-play price may vary between 20 to 40, since at the moment of editing this video there is not yet an official statement. The pricing we do know about are the packages you can buy up until the early access launch, which gave you access to the closed beta as well as a few boni at launch date. After acquiring the game, you will be greeted by the publisher's launch and head up right into the game itself. Starting off your journey in the character creation window, you will choose one of 3 races, more on that later. Customize a character with a few presets like attributes, class, hair color and obviously color of the underwear. Starting on the tutorial island, you will be guided through it by a handful of quests. Moving and attacking with the left mouse button when hovering over an enemy, spamming auto attack in your cursor direction with the right mouse button, and 8 slots to fill with items and spells, you make your way through the tutorial area before having to choose one starting spot in the world. Being dropped onto one of the 3 planets, you will try to find your place in the completely player-driven world. The open world itself is filled with monsters, ingredients and resources, special locations and bosses called legends, plots of lands and cities which will be built and governed by players. The cities can be claimed by guilds, which can hand out plots of lands to the members, which would become citizens. Tax them and non-guild members called residents, as well as visitors who use the market and crafting stations, upgrade the town by providing funds, which unlock research points and can be used to unlock better crafting stations for higher tiered equipment. These cities need to meet upkeep costs to not lose their progress, as well as defend against attacking players, since the city can be conquered by other guilds. These player-governed villages are furthermore hubs for crafters, since every item in the game will be made by a player. There are an array of weapons, a handful of jewelry and a bunch of other equipment to choose from, with the recipes obtainable as random drops in the world. The crafted items can also be enchanted, increasing your character's power even further. Next to a house, storage and crafting stations, the cities furthermore provide you with a city-based trading market. Since there are no NPC vendors to sell to, you need to find a buyer in form of a player. Talking about player interaction, Fractured Online has a special PvP system. Each player has an alignment, good, neutral and evil. Depending on their race, actions and preferred playstyle, the alignment is being set and can change. A player with a good alignment will have the least PvP action, since they can only be attacked by evil players. If killed, regardless if by a monster or a player, they will lose their inventory but not their equipment. A neutral player can attack neutral and evil ones as well, losing only their held inventory. An evil player can attack everyone, but will lose karma when attacking good aligned players. The less karma they have, the more items and equipment will be dropped upon death. Furthermore, they can be hunted and killed by a bounty hunter, which will result in actual in-game jail time, so the repercussions are quite severe. This type of system should provide a healthy balance between the 2 fractions. With the PvP system taken care of, we will now take a look at the PvE options. With free roaming monsters and densely packed locations for group activities, you can also take on bosses called legends. These need to be summoned by obtaining special items and will be challenging to beat, as well as giving you great rewards when beaten. Fractured Online has another way of balancing the player's experience regarding PvP and PvE, with its races. These races not only start off on different planets, not interacting with other races at all, at least at first, but heavily influence the alignment system as well. With the humans being able to choose any alignment, the wildfolk being a more peaceful people, they can only align as good or neutral, and the demons as the total opposite, being only able to become neutral or evil. The planets themselves are also influencing the choices to interact with other players. The not yet playable demons, for example, are fighting on a full loot planet against each other, while the wildfolk, which will be playable at the early access release, are living on a planet without any conflict. The human planet is not limiting any playstyle. Each MMORPG offers a form of character customization via a leveling system. Fractured Online, however, chooses a different route with its already teased knowledge point system. A variety of actions in the game, be it killing monsters, farming resources, or visiting special sites and locations, will give you knowledge points. These points can either be used to unlock new spells or invest them into talent points to passively improve your character. The knowledge points are a finite resource, although during the beta I played, I had more than enough to unlock every spell I fancied. Furthermore, these spells and talents are easily adjustable since you can have a bunch of different presets ready to switch whenever you rest at the bonfire or inn. These presets let you adjust your playstyle in a way that you can fulfill whichever role you currently need. Obtaining the spells to unlock these type of playstyles is done by taking down monsters. For example, you encounter a bandit that snares you with a net. Kill him often enough and you can unlock the skill in exchange of knowledge points. This way, you can unlock every playstyle as long as you have enough knowledge points, which might put the monthly subscribers ahead, depending on how the increased knowledge point system of the VIP status works. Calling Fractured Online a survival MMO is justified through two systems, namely hunger and exhaustion and weather. Hunger and exhaustion are being tracked by the two bars next to your health and mana, and can be easily filled up by either consuming items with satiety or by resting at a bonfire or an inn. The weather system itself is accompanied by clouds, storms and rain, and is combined with the day and night cycle. This way you will not only have to manage a healthy diet and rest, but tackle the heat and cold of the world's weather as well. Being in an icy area might be no problem if you're wearing a thick coat, but wearing the same outfit on a sunny beach might stack up your character's heat levels, which results in a lower fire resistance. The same goes for a thin clothing in an icy area. Simultaneously fighting the cold of the area and, for example, an enemy with ice spells can easily result in your character freezing on the spot. Before I summarize the game, I intend to cover the game a bit more in depth when the early access launches, so if you liked what you saw, leave a like and a sub to be informed about new content. Fractured Online is developed by a small indie team of highly motivated people wanting to release a great niche survival MMO, published by similarly motivated people although with probably an ulterior motive in mind, a balanced system for a coexisting PvE and PvP player base, a solely player-driven world and economy, a rewarding leveling and exploration system with the knowledge points, and a world which can provide a place for every type of playstyle. I thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed this video, and wish you goodbye.